He cheated with the pastor's wife, part 4. So I go into the I go into my backup account, I search for her name, and the account pops up, which tells me that Zelfa done blocked me. Which means, you already knew I was his wife because he already done told you that. But you blocked me because what I saw when I logged in that other account was her commenting on things, her liking and loving pictures and posting things. One thing about it, he never really posted about me on social media ever. Like, I'm his wife. He never posted on me, which I'm not gonna sit here and say that irritated or bothered me. It was just one of those things where I pay attention to that a lot more now. I know some people are not very sociable. My thing is, don't tell me that you're not a social media person or you're not this and this and this and this, and then you're doing certain things that tells me you are. That don't include you posting about your wife or posting a picture. Like, no, nothing. You know what I'm saying? So that was crazy. Because in the beginning, when we were dating and we weren't married and all that stuff, before he moved here, he was posting stuff about me all the time. Like he was. But I think it was a thing, okay, I got to hold up this facade of maybe I done told this woman me and my wife ain't together, or we finna divorce, or whatever it is. So regardless of that, I immediately went on her page. I saw that it said she was married to the pastor. How do I know he pastor? I went to his page, and his page said he was a pastor, okay? I went to the pastor page. Pastor had an email, so I got the pastor email and phone number off of his page. This is like 2014. So 2014, people was literally in some capacity putting emails and phone numbers on their Facebook pages. I got that information off of there, and I sent her a message on there. I say, listen, I know you're in church right now, but I don't give a. You need to get your hand, and you need to, here's my phone number, and you need to call me right now, because I just saw these emails that you and my husband have been sending back and forth. I give it maybe 5 minutes, my phone rang and she's calling me. I can hear like the organ and stuff, church stuff in the background. She's calling me and she's like, oh my God, what's like? I said, yeah. I said, no, you tell me what's going on. I'm sitting here looking at your naked ass in this, in emails, and you sending this and sending, like, what in the hell? Oh, well, he said y'all was getting a divorce. Okay, what? I say, regardless of that, you are a married woman. Not only that, to pastor, your husband about this close to Jesus. This close. Your husband about this close to Jesus, okay? And I'm like, what? So she's telling me, well, he told me that he was coming back home and y'all was finna work out y'all marriage and this and this. And so we broke everything off and we been stopped messing around and I haven't talked to him and this. I say, you know what? It don't even matter. I say the fact that it's already done. It's already done. You've done it. I say, but you know what? I got all the emails. I say, and I'm already in the process as we're speaking forward in every last email to your husband's email. His email is this, right? And she's like, no, please don't. Too late. It's done, ma'am. And I forwarded all those messages to her husband, the pastor. And within a week, the pastor was reaching out to me, asking me questions. And I also had to tell the pastor, listen, I don't know if him and your wife have been having unprotected sex. I say, but you need to understand one thing about me. I'm HIV positive. And me and my husband have had unprotected sex. Now, he is negative, I say, but however, that doesn't mean that anything can happen, okay? I say, and if your wife is sleeping with him and cheating on you with him, do you know if it's anybody else that she might be cheating on you with? Like, I put it all like that. Like, sir, not to scare nobody, but just to give the realization of, sir, if your wife is cheating on you with my husband, who else the hell has she cheated on you with? And y'all got churned. Like, this woman was bringing her child around my husband at the time, like he was finna be stepdaddy of the year and shit. It was crazy. And when I called my husband mom, when I called his mom, I was like, do you know this woman? She was like, oh yeah, that's his classmate. She would come over here and pick him up and take him places and stuff when he needed a ride and this and that. I say, well, they've been sleeping together. And his mama was shocked. She was like, what? Ain't she married to a pastor? Like, and you not told you his mom religious, so you know how that went. So that we had a whole issue behind that. Now, granted, I got this newborn baby. You know, I'm getting ready to start this new job. So, honestly, I just left that right there where it was. I did. Did that mean I had full trust in him again? Absolutely not. But I knew that things needed to change. I knew conversations really needed to be had. So also during this time period, we started going to this church. The first time I met these people at this church was they had a family and friends outing. Now, they didn't have an actual church building. They were having a church out of the Hyatt Hotel. And so whenever they would do family and friends types events, they would choose one of the family members' house and they would set up things for you to do, family and friends type stuff, all that stuff. And so I'm an inside person. I'm not going outside. I don't like bugs, mosquitoes, none of that. So I'm in the house. I got the baby. I got Michelle and Micah. We in the house. We chilling. And one of the deacons came up to me and they were like, are you excited? Are you excited? And I'm like, excited for what? Are you excited for Sunday? I was like, well, what's happening Sunday? Like, I'm confused. What's happening Sunday? They was like, you know, your husband getting baptized. He what? They was like, you didn't know? No, ain't nobody told me nothing about somebody getting baptized. So they went and got him. And they was like, man, you didn't tell your wife you was getting baptized? And he was like he had this look on his face like, no, you know, like a scared little. He was like, well, no, I didn't get a what you mean? You didn't get a chance to tell your wife? And then from that moment on, like, they kept going through this whole pressurized thing of me, okay, my husband getting baptized, and I need to. Listen, I was baptized when I was young. I understood why I was doing it, and you're not going to pressure me to do it again. So I thought, okay. Damn. Oh, my gosh. So we start going to this church and we start really mixing. You know, this is where now we are in the environment where we are around other married couples who are also Christians. So I'm learning from these other women who are wives, who have children, who are married. He's around these men, you know, and then it became a thing of them talking to him about stop drinking, stop smoking type of thing, okay? Now, you got to remember, like I said before, he came into this relationship with no kids, never being married, to being okay with the fact that I had children, knowing my children had disabilities. He knew my status from the very first moment we met. Again, he messaged me on social media, on my page where I was actively doing my HIV advocacy stuff. And he assured me that he understood it. He knew about it. One of his mother's friends were positive, so he had some knowledge on it, this and that and the other, all that. So it got to a point where he started, here we go with this frustration again. He started getting agitated and irritated because he's trying to stop smoking. He's trying to stop drinking. And he's going through those shaky smoker withdrawal things. Like, I never seen nobody go through withdrawal from nicotine. It's crazy, okay? He was going through the nicotine withdrawals, and we were at Bible study one night. We were at Bible study at one of the members' houses, and he just blew up at them. He was like, man, I'm getting sick and tired of this shit. Like, he's going, I'm getting sick and tired of this. Man, I don't get no me time. I don't get no time to myself. I don't get no time to do nothing by myself. Like, he was just going all off the handle. And just, like, at this time, he had his own vehicle. He could go and come in his plea. Like, he wasn't stuck with me having to drive him around. Nothing, none of that. He had his own transportation. But he was like, man, I got to go to work and work, come home, got to help take care of kids, got to do this, got to do that. I don't have no me time. And he just stormed out the Bible study and left. Nobody heard from him or seen from him until the next day. And that next day is when I had to call the police.